The price on the listing is not the price you will pay. Every estate agent knows this. Every solicitor knows this. Every mortgage broker knows this. And not one of them is required to sit you down before you sign and give you the full number. The average hidden cost of buying a house in the United Kingdom, on top of the agreed purchase price, currently sits between £8,000 and £25,000, depending on the property, the location, and the decisions you make in the weeks between offer accepted and completion. Most buyers discover these costs one invoice at a time, too late to walk away, too committed to negotiate. Research published by the HomeOwners Alliance found that the majority of first-time buyers in England significantly underestimated the total cost of their purchase. Not because they were careless, because nobody told them what to budget for until the bill arrived. This video covers 25 of those costs. Some are unavoidable. Some are negotiable. Some are entirely optional but sold to you as essential by the people who profit from them. And some of them, if you know about them in advance, you can reduce, challenge, or eliminate entirely. The price on the listing is just the beginning. If you are new here, hit subscribe now. Every week, British Home Secrets reveals the knowledge they buried, built specifically for UK homes. Now, let us get into this. Cost 1. Stamp duty land tax. Stamp duty land tax is the largest additional cost most buyers will pay. It is calculated as a percentage of the purchase price above set thresholds and is paid to HMRC on completion. The thresholds and rates change periodically and vary depending on whether you are a first-time buyer, whether you already own a property, and whether the property is in England, Wales, or Scotland. On a £250,000 property purchased by a non-first-time buyer who already owns a home, the stamp duty surcharge alone adds £7,500 to the purchase price. Most buyers calculate stamp duty on the standard rate and overlook the surcharge that applies if they own another property, including a buy-to-let, a share of an inherited property, or a property overseas. The stamp duty deadline trap catches more buyers than any other element of the system. Stamp duty is payable within 14 days of completion. Late payment attracts immediate penalties and interest charges. Your solicitor will typically handle this on your behalf, using the funds you transferred at completion, but the responsibility for ensuring it is paid on time remains yours. If your solicitor delays the submission, you are the one HMRC pursues. Confirm in writing with your solicitor that they will submit the stamp duty return within 7 days of completion, not 14. Cost 2. Solicitor and conveyancing fees. Conveyancing is the legal process of transferring ownership. You need a solicitor or licensed conveyancer to do it. Fees vary between £800 and £2,500 for a standard freehold purchase. Leasehold properties attract higher fees because the legal work is more complex. The figure quoted in most initial estimates does not include disbursements, which are additional costs the solicitor passes through to you directly. Land registry fees, local authority searches, drainage searches, environmental searches, and bank transfer fees. Disbursements typically add £300 to £800 on top of the quoted fee. Ask for a full breakdown including disbursements before you instruct any solicitor. Cost 3. Mortgage arrangement fee. Most mortgage products carry an arrangement fee charged by the lender for setting up the mortgage. This fee ranges from £0 on some products to £2,000 or more on others. It can be paid upfront or added to the mortgage balance. Adding the arrangement fee to the mortgage balance means you pay interest on it for the full mortgage term. On a 25-year mortgage at a standard rate, a £1,500 arrangement fee added to the balance costs approximately £2,200 in total. Paying it up front saves that difference. Cost 4. Mortgage broker fee. If you use a mortgage broker, they may charge a FE for their advice. This ranges from £0 for brokers paid entirely by lender commission to £1,500 or more for fee-charging brokers. The FEE must be disclosed to you in writing before you commit. Some brokers charge a FE and receive commission from the lender. Ask specifically whether they receive any payment from the lender in addition to your FE and whether that payment affects which products they recommend. Cost 5. Survey costs. A mortgage valuation is not a survey. It is an assessment carried out for the benefit of the lender to confirm the property is worth what you are paying for it. It does not identify structural defects, damp, subsidence, or any other issue that could cost you money after completion. A home buyer report, which does assess the condition of the property, costs between £400 and £1,000. A full structural survey, which is the most comprehensive inspection available, costs between £600 and £1,500. On a Victorian property, a flat-rate home buyer report is frequently insufficient. The surveyor is not required to lift floorboards, inspect roof spaces, or investigate behind plasterwork. The issues most likely to cost significant money in a Victorian property are precisely the ones a standard homebuyer report will not find. Analysis of completion statements published by the HomeOwners Alliance and the Conveyancing Association found the following pattern in total additional costs above the agreed purchase price across UK residential transactions. Properties purchased at under £200,000, average additional costs of £6,000 to £9,000. Properties purchased between £200,000 and £400,000, average additional costs of £12,000 to £18,000. Properties purchased above £400,000, average additional costs of £20,000 to £35,000, primarily driven by stamp duty. In the majority of transactions analysed, buyers had budgeted for fewer than half of the cost categories that ultimately appeared on their completion statement. The single most consistently underestimated category was not stamp duty, which most buyers knew about, but the aggregate of smaller costs that individually appeared manageable and collectively added several £1,000s to the total. Cost 6. Buildings insurance. Your mortgage lender will require buildings insurance to be in place from exchange of contracts, not completion. Exchange can happen weeks before you get the keys. You are paying to insure a building you do not yet occupy and cannot yet inspect for claims. Cost 7. Removal costs. The average removal company charge for a standard 3-bedroom house move within 50 miles is between £800 and £2,000, depending on the volume of belongings and the distance. This cost is never mentioned by estate agents, solicitors, or mortgage brokers. Cost 8. Storage costs. If there is a gap between your current tenancy or sale completing and your purchase completing, you may need storage. Storage units cost between £100 and £300 per month. A 2-week gap between transactions can cost several £100s in storage and temporary accommodation that no one budgeted for. Cost 9. The seller's fixtures and fittings that are not included. The standard form completed by the seller lists which fixtures and fittings are included in the sale and which are not. Curtains, carpets, integrated appliances, garden structures and light fittings are frequently excluded. Replacing these items costs between £2,000 and £8,000 on a typical 3-bedroom property. Cost 10. Utility connection and setup costs. If the property has been empty, utility accounts need to be set up or transferred. Some suppliers charge connection fees. Smart meters may need to be reconfigured. If the property uses oil heating, the tank may be empty and a first delivery costs several £100s. Cost 11. Ground rent and service charges on leasehold properties. If you are purchasing a leasehold property, you will pay ground rent to the freeholder annually and service charges for the maintenance of shared areas. Service charges are set by the managing agent and can increase significantly year on year. On some leasehold properties, service charges exceed £2,000 per year. This is not a one-off cost. It is a recurring annual liability that affects your affordability calculation for the entire duration of your ownership. Service charges on new-build flats in some London developments now exceed £5,000 per year, and there is no statutory cap on how much they can increase. Before exchange on any leasehold property, ask the seller for the last 3 years of service charge accounts. If they have increased by more than inflation in each of those years, expect that trajectory to continue. Cost 12. Leasehold administration fees. When you purchase a leasehold property, the freeholder or managing agent charges fees for processing the change of ownership. These FEs, called notice of transfer and notice of charge fees, are typically between £100 and £300 each and are payable regardless of whether you consider them reasonable. Cost 13. Indemnity insurance. During the conveyancing process, searches or inquiries may reveal issues with the property that require legal protection. Common examples include missing planning permissions for extensions, absence of building regulation certificates, or unclear title. Indemnity insurance policies cover these risks and typically cost between £20 and £500 per policy. It is not unusual for a purchase to require 2 or 3 separate indemnity policies. Cost 14. Chancel repair liability. In certain areas of England and Wales, properties may be subject to a medieval liability to contribute to the cost of repairing the chancel of the local parish church. This liability can, in theory, be unlimited. Chancel repair indemnity insurance costs approximately £20 and is strongly recommended on any property in a parish with a pre-Reformation church. Most solicitors will advise this. Some do not. Cost 15. The mortgage exit fee. Most mortgage products charge a fee when the mortgage is redeemed or transferred. This fee ranges from £0 to £300. It is disclosed in the mortgage offer but frequently overlooked because it applies at exit rather than entry. On a property you expect to own for 5 to 10 years, the exit fee is a known future cost you can budget for now. Cost 16. Council tax from day one. Council tax is payable from the date of completion, not the date you move in. If completion happens mid-month, you owe council tax for the remainder of that month, even if you are not yet living there. Cost 17. Immediate repair costs. A survey may identify issues that were known before purchase and reflected in a reduced offer. Those issues still need to be fixed. The gap between the discount you negotiated and the actual cost of repair is frequently wider than buyers anticipated. Roof repairs, damp treatment, electrical rewiring and boiler replacement each cost between £2,000 and £15,000. Cost 18. Decorating costs. The previous owner's taste is rarely yours. The average spend on redecorating a 3-bedroom property in the first year of ownership is between £3,000 and £8,000, including materials and labour. Cost 19. Garden clearance and landscaping. If the property has a garden that was maintained by the previous owner, it will require ongoing maintenance. If it was not maintained, clearance alone costs several £100s. Landscaping. A neglected garden costs between £1,000 and £10,000, depending on size and condition. Cost 20. Boiler service and certification. If you cannot obtain documentation showing the boiler has been recently serviced, you should commission a service and gas safety check immediately on taking possession. This costs between £80 and £150, but is non-negotiable if you want your building's insurance to remain valid. Cost 21. Changing the locks. You do not know how many copies of the keys to your new property exist. Estate agents, previous owners, previous tenants, contractors, and neighbours may all have copies. Changing all external locks costs between £100 and £300 and should be treated as a day one cost. Cost 22. Broadband installation. If the property does not have an active broadband connection, installation lead times are currently between 2 and 6 weeks, depending on the provider and the infrastructure in the area. During that period, you are paying for a service you cannot receive. Factor in the cost of mobile data or temporary solutions for the installation period. Cost 23. TV license and subscription services. These are minor individually, but collectively represent several £100s per year in recurring costs that accumulate from day one of occupation, regardless of whether you have budgeted for them. Cost 24. Buildings insurance, excess, and exclusions. Your building's insurance policy will contain an excess that applies to each claim and exclusions that limit what is covered. The most common exclusion that catches new buyers is gradual damage, which means damage that developed over time rather than from a single incident. Subsidence, damp, rot, and most structural defects fall under gradual damage and are typically excluded from standard policies. If your survey identified any of these issues, your insurance may not cover remediation. Cost 25. the cost of what the survey did not find. No survey is a guarantee. A home buyer report carried out by a competent surveyor can still miss issues that only become apparent after occupation. Drainage problems that manifest in heavy rain, timber decay behind plasterwork, electrical faults that only present under load, heating system failures that only occur in cold weather. Budget a contingency of 1 to 2% of the purchase price for costs that the survey did not identify and that will emerge in the first 12 months of ownership. The price on the listing was the number that started the conversation. The number that ends it, the one on your completion statement, the one in your bank account after everything has been paid, is between £8,000 and £25,000 higher. Not because anyone misled you, because the system is built so that each cost arrives separately from a different professional at a different stage of the process, in a way that makes the total impossible to see until you are already committed. 25 costs. Most buyers know about 3 or 4 of them. The rest arrive as surprises. You now know all 25 before you sign anything. This is British Home Secrets. We find the knowledge they buried and we give it back to the people who need it. Subscribe, because there is a lot more where this came from.